Namaskar. Welcome to Ahara Arogya Adhyatma, the light of Samskara. Today we have a very famous doctor from Delhi, but originally from Bengaluru. She is none other than Dr. Shakuntala Davesar. She qualified from the Armed Force Medical College, Pune, and she was trained in Safdarjung Hospital in New Delhi. And she is a very leading and a famous family physician, and she's famous for her counseling for past 4 decades. She was awarded National Science Talent Scholarship in 1966 with the Scroll of Honor for outstanding contribution to the community and at the medical profession in particular. She is a columnist too, and very talented lady who has counseled thousands of families. And today she's going to tell about the family bliss and how to have a harmony in the family. Welcome, Dr. Shakuntala.
Namaskara. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. Nowadays, olden days, we hardly used to hear about the divorce. And people used to have 50 years, 60 years together as husband and wife. Even when they are deaf and, blind, then also they used continue to be a beautiful couple. But nowadays, the moment they get married, it feels that they get disillusioned. And then, the friction starts, the ego starts, and there's so many divorces. In fact, in Bangalore, on one day, there were 680 cases registered in one day. And that was terrible. And that's how I would like to know from you, because you're such a senior person. Basically, what is the basis for the good harmony in the family?
The basis for a good relationship in general and a marriage relationship in particular is mutual respect. Everything comes next, mutual respect. And this respect, basically, our society is a patriarchal society all over the world. But that doesn't mean that the man does not respect the woman. You see, people would ask me when I would go to the United States or the West that women in India are downtrodden. I said, look, whatever impressions you have are not necessarily correct. In my house, although my mother is not as educated as my father, he treats her as with great respect. In fact, when a girl is born, we call her Lakshmi. All our goddesses,
Lakshmi,
whether it is of wealth, of education, joy, or respect. I think what has gone wrong recently is the concept of equality. You see, when we talk of equality, men and women, in my opinion, can never be equal. We are different. We are different physiologically. We are different physically. We are different emotionally. We are different in our functions, whether it is within the body itself or whether it is in a family and in society or in the world as a whole. The equality should only be as far as opportunities are concerned.
Yes.
We should all get equal opportunity.
Yes.
But otherwise, we cannot say we are equal and therefore it will be 50-50 of everything.
But one thing I would like to tell you, Shaku, in the Satya Yuga, the Shiva himself becomes a Ardhanarishwara.
Ardhanarishwara.
Yeah, and the left hemisphere, which is the dominant hemisphere, and the life concert. And that's how both emotionally and what you call as intellectually and intuition, it is better that women have that. And that's how he has the better half to Parvati, and then he takes the right half on his side. So that he never goes wrong.
And I think all our Puranas have so much wisdom in them, in the way in which they have incorporated everything, given us the differences, given us the similarities, and accepted the differences. The problem today is when they don't accept. When girls and boys come, very often they just feel it's yours, it's mine. Whereas in our culture, from the beginning of time, it has been ours.
Yes.
When the husband and wife are together, once they've gotten married, They believe that everything they possess and everything they do has to have a holistic approach where
Yes.
both of them are involved. Not that
And
I
both are responsible for that. Otherwise,
and
what happens is if the son is doing well, oh, he's my son, the husband will say. Suppose he fails, oh, look at your son, he will say. So that should not be there.
that should not.
Equal
In fact,
opportunity and equal responsibility. Yes.
and also, I think one of the things which causes a break in this relationship in today's world, or perhaps at all times, because although we had long-lasting marriages, as you say,
Mm.
not all marriages were very happy or very good marriages. There
Mm.
were many marriages which were not based on
Miserable. They were
understanding,
miserable, but still
but
they continue to live. Yes.
they continued to live. That was
Live.
because society had something to do with it. Our
Yes.
marriages are not just between two individuals, they are between the two families and the societies and communities as a
And
whole.
and two villages or two towns. And
Yes,
they used to say, she's the daughter-in-law of our place, or he's the son-in-law of our village. That is how they used to be. Yes.
and in fact, our villages in Karnataka are named like that. You see,
Yes.
Chikamagaluru, belonging to
Ah,
the younger daughter,
Chikkamagadu. Yeah, yeah,
see, and then
correct.
you say Dodda Ballapuru. So it's
Yeah.
actually, the villages were named that way depending
I
on
know.
where you sent your child in marriage. And
Yes.
there was a meaning to all this because whenever there was a little friction in the marriage, the families as a whole, the communities as a whole, played a role in smoothing out everything.
Hmm.
Now,
Yeah.
what has happened is with more education and more
Hmm.
economic independence,
Yes.
the
Yes.
girls want to feel more equal in different ways. And this is what
More
has
of a
actually
Western
changed.
side of equality, Western type of equality.
And not only the
Okay.
equality, but the Western concept of many things. When I would go, I would tell them in India, a marriage is, they said, how can you arrange a marriage? I mean, the girl and boy don't even know each other. I said, look, even in the royal families in the West, the Queen of England would like a royalty to be married to her son or daughter. It was not acceptable. In fact, if they married a commoner in the olden days, they were just ostracized from the family and could no longer
Yes.
ascend to the throne. So I said,
Hmm.
everywhere in the world we had this, and here in an arranged marriage, parents will try to find an equal. Caste system had a deep-rooted meaning because that meant that your customs were very similar and that you thought in the same way. Ultimately, although the human beings, the human body, the brain has certain functions, the kidney has certain functions, it's universal. But what makes us different is the mind, which is totally different from the brain. And the mind is what perceives. It perceives the way we see things. And the arranged marriages were arranged in that way because there was a mindset, which the perception, which came from hand me down from families. If your father thought of being upright and honest, you automatically imbibed it, not because he taught you in
Yes.
school, but because that is what is observed. In fact, teaching children is no good. You have to do it and be the example so that the children will follow. And
Yes.
this is what they would see. They would not see parents arguing
Yeah.
in front of them. Even if they had a difference of opinion,
Yeah.
90%
Yeah.
of the
Now
parents,
we know husband and wives are fighting in front of children, and they ask the children to take sides. And
and
that is terrible.
this is very divisive, very, very divisive in
Yeah.
any relationship,
Mm.
much more so in a marriage. And what happens in such
Mm.
a marriage is the children, when they take sides, they have a bargaining point. And that is
Mm.
how they tend to get what they want through bargaining with the parents who can no longer be firm in what they teach the children. So I
Mm.
think that is a very bad thing. The number two thing is also anger. Women
Mm.
feel it's okay. He's angry, I can also be angry. But anger never helped anyone. And I feel
No. Yeah.
whether it's a man or a woman, we need to do not discuss the issue
Ah,
at all. We set
correct.
a time and place like a Zoom meeting that we are going to discuss this on Saturday morning. And by Saturday morning, everyone's
And clear it by
perception.
Saturday night and be happy on Sunday.
Yes. And not only that, you see, by that time, the perception and the immediacy of that problem takes on a different
Comes
I
down,
mean,
comes down.
absolutely. So I think in
Yeah.
every relationship we had that rule in our house. We had just one child and she was young. She was just about 8. And I used to say, everyone has a voting power. And she used to say, Mommy, I don't know. Because when she didn't. When she did, she would also express her opinion. That gave an opportunity for children to give their opinions and for us to also be able to get back into that mold of seeing how reasonable we are being with what we are trying to say. So we
Okay.
found that that was very, very effective in helping the marriage to be a little more vibrant and less of fireworks.
Yeah.
Otherwise, there are daily
Uh,
fireworks.
Yeah, thank you very much, Dr. Shakuntala. This is only the basis. Probably during the next episodes, we'll discuss more in detail how you counsel and all that. The first basic thing that you have told is the marriage is not between the two individuals, it is the two families. They have to adjust and adapt. And if they have any issues, don't discuss it in front of the children. Keep it aside until the right time comes. So thank you very much for your wonderful
Thank you.
explanation of a good harmony in the family. Thank you.
Thank you.